The email subject screamed, "Betrayal. Marissa accounts." My hands trembled, cursor hovering over the damning message. Yet I clicked, and my world crumbled into jagged pieces. It wasn't the numbers that cut deepest. It was the signature, Jason, my so-called friend. I'd play the fool, for now. Tax evasion, a spicy entry on their illegal playlist. My mind mapped penalties. Their empire would crumble beneath my unassuming guise. I visualized Marissa's tears, Jason's silence. Still, winning had a bittersweet flavor. Now I spearheaded company meetings with precision, hiding fury behind practiced professionalism. Marissa watched, masked in feigned neutrality. I was unrecognizable. A stranger to them now, a stranger to myself. Hit after hit, I moved their chess pieces expertly. They flew out on March 15th, so self-assured. Betrayals dripped like sweet poison from honeyed words. The clock ticked, rhythmically amplifying my heartbeats. Dread? No, anticipation. I relished in my clandestine victory dance, aware only to me. On paper, they were untouchable. In reality, fragile castles awaited my storm. Documents to lawyers, contacts primed, soon the world would see. The sweet aroma of karma lingered, stretching over the coming horizon. But betrayal held one last ace. New account opening confirmed, the alert chirped. The balance? Zero. Their side venture, a safety net. The lovers planned their future seamlessly, and I was ready to slice through their mirage with surgical precision. Sandra's number flashed. "Check again," she teased. A rogue account unearthed, exactly $750,000 locked under false security. Marissa's dreams and Jason's arrogance bundled within zeros and commas. I laughed then. True and hearty, irony dripped sweetly. The pressure built, a dam awaiting breach. Layers of deceit sewn with professional precision now unraveled. Bank transactions blinked across screens, my fingers worked with mechanical surety. The villainous game I played, but they'd written rules for. Discovery, their plans dried ink on paper. I combed documents at pre-dawn, another betrayal wrapped in banal agreement. A holding company in Jason's name, signatures forged in her graceful hand. My cold pleasure mixed with inexorable revenge. $500 drained thrice monthly for 9 months, neatly labeled as client expenses. I laughed, an unsettling sound that echoed through our once happy home. Our business had been built on trust, and here it laid, shattered. But laughter turned to silence. It would be my secret weapon. With enough evidence to incinerate them legally, I readied the press, scandal's favorite audience. Journalists thirsted for tales of betrayal. Bright smiles and insidious characters caught the media web each day. Tonight, our story headlined. I slept bitterly alone as Marissa and Jason basked unaware. Sheets cold as machination, pillows heavy with unshed tears of rage. But I had mastered these nights, vowing their slumber wouldn't last. Irony caressed my thoughts. Office atmosphere heavy with silent tension. Footsteps echoed. Marissa and Jason's anticipated parade came. I lingered by the entrance, breathing in deeply. There, like actors unaware of their final act, they shimmered before karmic truth. Words trickled over cracked dam, letters sheer knives. I spilled truths, flourished evidence soaked in bitterness, not water. The room airless, collapsing. And Marissa cried, first-eyed disbelief followed by visceral realization. Jason blinked silence, then outrage, an actor without script. Promises and partnerships dismantled before them with every utterance. Betrayal once theirs now wrapped them like a noose I cinched tighter, every eye judged. They protested innocence, a predictable reflex. Fragility eked from their always connected hands, the devices that ensured their game. But truth holds sovereignty. Proof was undeniable. Their constructs shattered images reflected on glassy screens. I left the room, my part done. The board questioned integrity, sources, losses. Like dominoes, resignation letters fell into neat order my planning had ordained. Thunderous order 1. Whispers of victory accompanied my steps. Cameras flashed, Marissa's breakdown encapsulated, Jason restrained an unraveled puppet. My heart, stubbornly vacant yet triumph, thrummed in harmony with public exposure. I stood aside, watched careers ignite like dry kindling, ambition reduced to ash. "Are you okay, Marcus?" Marissa's voice floated in, sweet yet acrid. I forced a smile. "Just work." My mind screamed other words, traitor, liar. We had built this dream together, the ink of our marriage license barely dry, but I inhaled betrayal and exhaled indifference. Outside, the sun, its warmth and glory pouring over my skin, burned bronze, ashen marble, persevered. I forever changed, myself, a stranger I met anew in reflective glass. Today, justice earned. Tomorrow, new? As ashes settled, financial documents were sealed, my gain inexplicable to him who waits for justice. Assets forfeited, bank accounts dried, Marissa and Jason imploded beyond recovery. I emerged, phoenix, from their wreckage. I returned home victorious and empty. Touchstones of nostalgia and pain no longer wedded survival instincts. Our war zone now landfill of memory-stained victories. One room, silent as the choices made within, bore witness. Months later, a year since it began, cafe buzzes again, the flavorful laughter of strangers. Time, the healing balm of existence, rounded jagged edges to bearable shape. And I healed, piece by patient piece. With every hug, my resolve hardened. Pretending was easy. Nights spent awake, scheming. I started siphoning emails, scouring digital footprints. Lies blossomed into weeds, overtaking our garden. Jason's name littered evidence, entwined with Marissa's. My anger didn't just spark, it roared. Weekend plans canceled, not to plead for lost love, but to eavesdrop. Jason and I were due a beer, just buddies reminiscing. Trust sharpened the dagger I'd soon bury in backs. I offered my best smile, it barely hurt anymore. Jason's laughter grated my nerves, a symphony of deceit. Workshops, he bragged. Marissa's brilliance on show. $20,000 sold through our firm, pocketed by his greed-stained hands. Talks of future profits, our profits, made bile rise like morning tide. The real trap snapped into focus. A public confrontation was satisfying, but temporary. No, I'd dismantle their lives brick by brick, quietly. Courtrooms? White noise compared to what I planned, a lesson in loss they'd never forget. Night fell, and I shadowed Marissa's steps, tracking our assets, stashed fireproof boxes full of every receipt, every betrayal. Each discovery swelled my determination. Without warning, the pieces clicked. The scale of their theft was astronomical. 3 weeks passed, in meticulous plotting. I greeted Marissa each morning with a kiss, all the while imagining the satisfaction of her downfall. But that wasn't the worst part. Could I finish this without getting burned myself? Evidence piled higher than expectations. Within encrypted drives, the disgusting coziness of their collusion. Their hubris left digital breadcrumbs, a trail I knew well. Photocopies and backups swarmed my home office like locusts.